Goldie, my name is Jenna and today I am bringing you another haul video. So over the weekend I went to Adelaide Supanova and it was amazing, it was incredible. I loved it so much, I had so much fun and I met so many amazing people. So I met a lot of superstars, I met a lot of authors, I met the girls from the YA circle, I met other people who were a part of the YA circle, and I met some other people from publishing houses which were incredible. It was so much fun. I actually had the best time, but I also spent a lot of money, like a lot of money. I haven't checked my bank account, but I'm afraid. But it's okay though, because I've been saving for this basically since January, so I don't feel guilty at all. The only thing I do feel guilty about is the fact that Christmas is right around the corner, so my bank account is going to go down again because I have not yet started my Christmas shopping. Something I should probably do. So for today's haul, I thought I would show you everything that I got at Supanova. So that includes any signed pictures that I got, any photographs, any books, any other things, because I did get other things, which is weird. I never get other things at Supanova. But I am going to start with the photos that I got and also what I got signed, because I feel like that is an easy place to start. Literally though, check out this bag. It's so big and it's full of things that I got. And I literally got a second bag too. So I got a lot of things. Just a bit of a clarification though, I'm not going to show you the books that I got signed, I'm going to show you those a little bit later. So the first thing I will do is I will show you the photos that I got taken. So the first photo I got was a photo with Nathan and he is a really tall. I mean, I'm short, but he's like really tall. And B, he's the sweetest guy. Like honestly, he had a pretty long line, especially with the autographs, he had a pretty long line, but he took the time out to shake everyone's hand, ask their name, and have a little bit of a conversation with them. So that was amazing. If you don't know Nathan, he was Mal on Firefly, and he was also, well, yeah, was also Castle on Castle. So I'm really happy with this photo. And then the second photo that I got from Supanova was of me and Lucy Hale. Now Lucy is kind of the complete opposite of Nathan in that she is really small, and if she wasn't wearing heels I totally would have been taller than her, so I'm a little bummed about that, but that's fine, you know, we can be short together. So I then got a bunch of things signed. So I actually got Lucy to sign my CD of Road Between. It says Jenna, thank you, XX Lucy Hale. Okay, and that's it. So I was gonna get just a normal picture sign, and then I realized no, it'd be so much cooler if I got her to actually sign my CD, so that got signed. Then from Nathan, because I first saw him in Firefly, I got a Firefly picture sign, and this one says Jenna, stay shiny, and then he signed it as well. Shiny is sort of a word from Firefly, if you don't know, which you should all go and watch Firefly. It's like 13 episodes of amazingness, one movie worth of heartbreak, and then the rest of your life is spent in denial that you're not getting any more. But it's a great 13 episodes. I also got a picture signed from Michelle Gomez, who plays Missy on Doctor Who. This one just says to Jenna, Michelle Gomez. If you aren't aware, I am fairly obsessed with Doctor Who. I really love the show. Love Missy. I think she is the kind of the best incarnation of the Master. She's so funny and she's so lovely in real life. She's so Scottish, and she thought I was like English because she asked me, she goes, where are you from? I'm like, here. And she goes, oh, you sounded really English. I'm like, okay, thanks. I took that as like a complete compliment, but it was still odd. I also got a picture signed from Ricky Whittle, who plays Lincoln on The 100, and he's also going to be playing Shadow Moon in the upcoming adaptation of American Gods, which he talked up a lot in his panel. So this one just says, to Jenna, big love with a little smiley face, and then his signature. Ricky was actually incredible. So he refused to sit behind his desk. He came out and he gave everyone a hug. I think he gave security a heart attack because he was giving everyone a hug. But I mean, I'm okay with it. I hugged Ricky Whittle. That's so cool. And the last photo that I got signed was from Natalia Tina, who plays Tonks on Harry Potter and also plays Osha on Game of Thrones. I got the Tonks photo signed obviously because, you know, massive Harry Potter fan, and she signed it to Jenna, don't call me Nymphadora. And then down here is actually a little thing about her band, motorjukebox.com. I had no idea that she was in a band, so when I found out about that I was like, oh my goodness, yes. I haven't yet looked up the band, but I will be definitely. I'm so excited to check it out. So those were all of the sort of big celebrities that I got to sign things and that I got photos with. Now I'm going to move on to the rest of everything. I'm really not sure the best way to do this because I actually have so much stuff. I'm going to start with the books just because they're on top, and I'm going to start with the ones that I didn't get signed. So the first book that I bought, I literally went straight to Dimmicks and bought this book. It's The Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them screenplay by J.K. Rowling. Honestly, at this point, I'm just throwing money at J.K. Rowling. Like, this book, I did not need it. It is oh, I'm not used to having hardcovers. I did not need this book. Literally, it is just the screenplay. Like, it's the screenplay, but I mean, it's J.K. Rowling, it's Harry Potter. I feel like if I didn't buy this book, my collection wouldn't be complete, so therefore I have it. And it was also really convenient because I went by myself on Saturday and I was pretty much by myself on Sunday, and I waited in a lot of lines, so every time I waited in line I would just open up my book and continue reading, and it was a great conversation starter because everyone goes, oh, what are you reading? I'm reading Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Everyone kept asking me though, oh, so have you seen the movie? I wouldn't be reading the screenplay if I hadn't seen the movie. The movie was incredible and the screenplay is just as good. And even better, because it's hardcover and I never get hardcovers, I always forget to like look underneath, so I'd completely forgotten to look underneath. And when I finally got it home and did look underneath, it's the Niffler! The little Niffler's on here, and the little Niffler is so cute. He was so funny in the movie. He's literally like one of my favorite creatures, so I'm really happy that I have this book. And if you haven't seen the movie yet, definitely go and see it, and then throw money at J.K. Rowling and buy it and read it over and over again like I'm planning on doing. If you don't know what this book is about, then clearly you've been living under a rock, but basically it's just the screenplay to the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find the movie. That movie follows Newt Scamander. He arrives in New York City where a mysterious something is wreaking havoc amongst the city, and basically it's about Newt. He has to recapture all his creatures while also evading Graves and evading Medusa, and it's such a good movie and everyone should go and see it. The second book that I bought that I did not get signed was, surprise surprise, another Harry Potter related book, and that was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the illustrated edition. Now, I've not really looked inside yet. I am gonna wait. I don't know when I'm gonna get a chance to read this book. I really don't, but it looks amazing and I cannot wait. And now I'm kind of curious to open up the beautiful dust jacket and see if there's anything inside. I don't think there is, because I don't think there was on Philosopher's Stone, but oh wow, that looks beautiful. But I mean, you never know. I get so distracted by things. Okay, no, so it's just that says Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, so nothing super special, but it's still beautiful and I love it. I'm also not giving a synopsis of this book because honestly, you should know what this book is about. Simple as that. I'm just quickly going to show you the tote bag that I got as well. It is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Picture the Magic, and it's got beautiful forks on it, and it's just a really beautiful tote bag, so I'm really fortunate that I got this one. So next thing I'm going to show you is something that I actually forgot that I got, and that is the placeholder cover of Dracora, which is the new book from Lynette Noni, and you'll know how obsessed I am with this series. So the cover is beautiful. The blurb is just, shall I read you the blurb? You know what, I won't, just in case you haven't read Akane, because obviously this is the third book in this series and there are spoilers, but the blurb is beautiful. The cover is incredible, and I'm really glad that I have this. I feel like I should like fold it so it's like a book, but I don't want to. I kind of want to leave it like this so I can sort of have it up as a poster. But speaking of posters, I actually got another poster. I got the poster for Missing by Melanie Casey. See, Psychic Meets Psychotic. And she actually signed it for me, which was really lovely. I mean, this just says it all, really. I haven't read any of Melanie's books yet, but obviously it's by Pantera Press, which is one of my favorite publishers of all time. And when she signed it for me, she was really lovely, so I'm really glad that I have this poster now. So there were 7 superstar authors at Supanova, and there were also more independent authors. I bought a book from each of the 7 authors, plus another book from one of the independent ones. So at Supanova this year, I bought like 10 books. 10 books. That's sad but impressive. So the first book that I'm going to show you, because I cannot remember the order in which I bought them, is Hindsight by Melanie Casey. I'm really excited to read this one. Honestly, I don't fully know what it's about, if I'm being perfectly honest. I do know that it's about a girl or a woman who can sort of, it's like paranormally stuff and help solve crimes that way. I don't know how she does it, but I'm gonna read the book and I'm gonna find out. And the funny thing is, when I went and bought this one, they only had like the smaller copies left, and then Maddie from Pantera Press kind of saw me and went, wait, no, I can grab you the display copy so you get the big one. So now I have the big one, which is awesome. And Melanie signed this one as well, and it says, "To Jenna, lovely to meet you at Supanova 2016," which is awesome, and I'm really glad that I bought this one. So the next book that I have to show you is Vigil by Angela Slatter. Again, just as the case with Hindsight, I don't really know what this book is about, but I do know it's actually set in Brisbane, which is really awesome. You know, you don't get to see many books set in Australia. Actually, I think Hindsight is set in Adelaide, which is even cooler. I would love to read a book set in Adelaide. I don't think I've ever done that before. But also with this book, I picked up a magnet, A Feast of Sorrows. So that's the magnet that I picked up. And I also picked up a Vigil badge, which is super, super cool. I might put it on a tote, I might not. Haven't really decided yet. So this book is about words. Weirds? It's definitely some sort of like mystical, magical sort of thing. I don't exactly know how to say that well, but basically it's about this girl who is the daughter of a human and one of these word thingamabobs, which sounds really awful because I met these authors and I feel terrible that I cannot blurb their books well. Wait, is it sirens? No, I don't know, but one of the lines on this blurb says illegal wine made from the tears of human children is being offered for sale, so I'm totally okay with this. I mean, not the tears of like human children thing, but the fact that it's in the book. I'm just gonna stop now. The next book that I have to show you is Bound by Alan Baxter. This book is the first book in the Alex Kane trilogy, and the Alex Kane trilogy is about, what did he say? He said it's magic, mayhem, and martial arts. So it's basically about underground cage fighting, but with magic, which sounds amazing. Like, that sounds so good. And with this one, I also picked up a postcard of the 3 Alex Kane series books. Actually, here we go. Magic, Monsters, Mayhem, and Martial Arts, which sounds incredible. Like, that sounds so good. And I also picked up this postcard, which was Crow Shine, Dark Fantasy and Horror Stories by Alan Baxter. I'm assuming this is another book of his, which I will probably definitely be picking up. I'm so excited. And the funny thing is, when I was getting it signed, because I was buying so many books and the authors were so lovely, so I was talking to them and I was sort of joking around that, probably by next Supanova won't have finished all these books. So Alan signed his book and said, "For Jenna, hope you read it before next Supanova," which I thought was hilarious. I also just realized I didn't show you what Angela wrote in the book. So Angela wrote, "To Jenna, enjoy the sirens, the cakes, the weird word." Best Angela. I have no idea what that word is. It's gonna be in like every chapter. I just know it, and that it's gonna be, it's a bird, but it's also a person. That's awesome. The next book I have to show you is Lady Helen and the Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman, or Ali G, as she apparently preferred to be called in one of the panels, which was hilarious. This book is set in 1812, so it is a Victorian style historical fiction fantasy novel sort of thing, and I know that it's got magic in it. I don't know exactly how, but it does sound like a really awesome book. I feel like I should be reading you guys the blurbs for these, but I mean, all the books will be linked in the description box below, so if any of them sound or look even remotely interesting, go and check them out. But honestly, you should go and check all these books out anyway. A lot of these are not books that I would normally pick up, but after talking to the authors, and they're such amazing people, I picked them up anyway, and I'm so excited to get to read them. So with this book, I also picked up a little poster for Lady Helen and the Dark Days Pact, which is the sequel to Lady Helen and the Dark Days Club. I picked up Lord Carlson's calling card, which actually, if I follow that little website thing, it takes me to a website where I can read chapter 5 from Lord Carlson's point of view, which I believe is the first time he meets Lady Helen, which is so cool. I'm so excited for that. I also got this bookmark, which has Lady Helen and the Dark Days Club on one side and the Dark Days Pact on the other. Super excited for that. I actually got 2, and one of them I'm using in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. And I got a pin, which is really cute. I also, the pin's open, that's dangerous. I also got chocolate, but I ate it. So in hers, Alison wrote, "To Jenna, welcome to the Dark Days Club." Then she signed it, and she actually put the date, which I really love. So 19/11/2016, because that is the date that I met her and got her to sign it. And I think that's really cool. And I kind of wish that more people did it, that more authors did it. They sort of signed the date, because I think that'd be really cool. But I'm not complaining, I still have lots of signed books. So the next book that I want to show you is Elegy by Jane Abbott. Again, I don't know a lot about this, but I do know that I was completely hooked when I read the little blurb, and it says, "In a small Australian town, the most epic love story in history is unfolding." Again. Ooh. Which makes me think that this has got lots of fantastical, magical elements, maybe even a bit of reincarnation going on, which I love. That makes me really happy. This is Jane's first young adult novel, so I'm super excited to pick this one up. And this one is signed, "To Jenna, enjoy the magic and romance." The next book I picked up was Who's Afraid by Maria Lewis. This one I actually do know a little bit about. I know that it's about a werewolf, pretty much it. I also, with this one, picked up 2 little cards that are Who's Afraid 2, so it's basically just about the sequel, which I'm really excited for. Found out it's going to be a 5-book series. I need to stop getting into more series, but the funny thing is with this book, obviously Lynette and Maria have done some sort of event together before, and Lynette told me that I needed to pick up this book, so I told Maria that, and she wrote, wait, if I can find it, where'd she write it? Oh my god, where did she write it? What the hell? What is this? Here, I found it. Basically, she wrote a novel on top of her novel, and it says, "Jenna, Lynette Noni takes a 10% commission of this book, so thanks for supporting the dream. Welcome to the Wolf Pack." And she drew a little wolf. I mean, how much cooler can you get? From the independent authors, I picked up Zakora, book 1, The Violet Tragedy by N and A Lockel. They're actually Nicholas and Alison, who I believe, I don't want to say this in case I'm wrong, but I'm assuming that I'm not. I'm pretty sure they're actually siblings, which is incredible. I don't think I could ever write a story with my sibling, like at all. So with this one, I also picked up 3 bookmarks for their series. It's sort of showing the 3rd book, and I had a massive conversation with them as well about publishing and the differences between going with a traditional publisher and just publishing for yourself, and it was a really interesting conversation. With this one, again, I don't know a lot about it. I know that it starts on a farm and that there's a fire and that someone loses their parents. Basically, I saw them in the tropes panel and they sort of said almost all of the tropes that they were saying are in this book, which is okay because I honestly love tropes. My book has tropes, every book has tropes. If tropes didn't work, people would stop buying books. And inside this one, it says, "To Jenna, the adventure begins, Nicholas and Alison," and they both signed it down the bottom, so that was really lovely. And again, the last book that I picked up is one that I don't really know a lot about, but the author was so lovely. I was so privileged to have met him, and I ended up buying a limited edition. There were only 1,700 of these printed, and I mean, I couldn't not pick it up. And that is The Painted Man by Peter V. Brett. So from what I've gathered over the past 2 days about this novel is it's set in a world that could be our own, but also might not be. But it's set way in the future. It's after, you know, we've had all these technologies and these awesome things, but people have stopped believing in magic. And then one night, demons reappear in the world and they burn all the libraries, they destroy pretty much everything. And without libraries, people have no idea, you know, how to make machines work. So they've pretty much gone back to sort of the Victorian era where they have very little power and electricity and sort of technological things. I could have just said technology there, but the word kind of got away from me. And because of that, it sounds really awesome. So I think we follow a guy called Arlen, I believe. Yeah, so we follow a guy called Arlen, but there are also 2 other point of view characters in this book. I couldn't tell you what their names are, but I know that I had a pretty good conversation with him. I went to all of his panels and the books sound amazing. And so he signed it for me. I caught him right before he was about to leave. It was amazing. I was like the best timing ever. And I got number 95 apparently. And it says, "Lovely to meet you at..." Oh, it says Nova Adelaide. Couldn't figure out what this said for the longest time. Yeah, it says Nova Adelaide. "Don't fear the dark." And then he signed it as well. So, I mean, I'm not afraid of the dark, but I feel like I'd be afraid of the dark in this because demons. But also, I love supernatural, so I'd be able to kill the demons. So those were all of the books that I picked up at this Supanova. I picked up, like I said, 10 and got 8 of them signed, which is amazing. I do not regret any of that. I now own so many signed books. It's so exciting. But I'm not done. I bought other things, which I didn't need, but I bought them anyway. So the first things that I will show you are the pop vinyls that I bought. I bought 2 of them because, like I said, I love Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. So I bought Tina Goldstein and Percival Graves. Tina and Percival, apart from Newt, were 2 of my favorite characters. I loved them so much, especially Graves. He's kind of a bad dude, but like I loved him too much to not buy this. So now I have 3 Fantastic Beasts pops and no Harry Potter pops. What is with that? I should definitely up my Harry Potter pop collection, or, you know, start it. I then picked up a bunch of business cards. I actually left one of the business cards over there, but it's not pretty. So this one is for Sparklelicious, which is jewelry, which I never wear, but this jewelry was awesome, and I actually ended up buying something from her as well because it was just so good. The next one I got was Quirky Style and Alternative Threads, which is an Adelaide company, which is cool. Gothic, steampunk, Lolita, rockabilly, cyber, tribal, men and ladies, fashion clothing, accessories, and corsets. No idea why I picked this card up. I don't even know what stall this was from, but apparently I liked something that I saw. And the last business card I picked up was Nick J Designs. Nick J Designs. That's it. Creative and unique designs, handmade jewelry and accessories. Again, no idea why I picked this one up, but I did. I also got one last business card, and that was from someone at Pantera Press, which was awesome. So now I have their email and exciting things are happening, hopefully. We don't really know. But now I'm gonna show you the jewelry that I picked up. Jewelry that I never buy, but just desperately had to have. Oh wait, I got one more business card. 9 Lives Handmade Gifts. I like business cards, they're kind of cool. So this piece of jewelry I bought because I was horrified that I didn't already own it, and after seeing Fantastic Beasts and where to find them, I just had to have it. And that is a Deathly Hallows symbol. It's on a necklace and it's the Deathly Hallows symbol. I mean, why didn't I have this before? Who knows, but now I have it, and I'm probably not gonna wear it because I'm not a supporter of the greater good. I mean, Grindelwald just, he can go and die, which we all know doesn't happen until like book 7, which is kind of sad. But exciting news, we're seeing Grindelwald and Dumbledore's battle in one of the Fantastic Beasts movies. What? That's amazing. Who knew? I mean, I hoped, but that's so cool. And now I have one thing left, and that's super sad. This is another thing that I didn't really know I was gonna buy, but I saw it and went, you know what, I really want this. And that is the Angelic Rune from the Mortal Instrument series. So I was actually talking to the woman who runs this store, and I was talking about the series, and I said I love the books and I didn't mind the movie. And she goes, you're one of the only people who have ever said that to me. Like, most people hate the movie, they can't stand the TV show, but me, personally, I didn't mind the movie. I thought they could have done it better. I thought they definitely messed some stuff up, but I loved Clary so much. TV show, on the other hand, I can't stand Clary. I'm sorry, it's nothing against Catherine McNamara. I think she is a great actress. I just personally don't like her in that role. But I mean, the show's not that bad, and this isn't that bad either. This is amazing though. Look at this. Trying to get it so the sun's not... There we go. It's beautiful. I really love it. And that's everything. Wait, is that everything? Let's do a bit of it. Yeah, no, that's everything. That is everything that I got at Supanova Adelaide 2016. It's a lot of stuff. My camera also doesn't tell me how long I've been recording for, but I'm gonna guess it's a while. So sorry in advance for the, well, it's not in advance. It's advance for me because I'm basically apologizing to myself for having to edit this, but also sorry. If you've sat through this entire video, I applaud you. Well done. That takes commitment because I'm not even sure I'm gonna sit through all of it. Thank you for watching this Supanova haul. I am so happy with everything that I've put everything on the floor, that's why I was looking down. I'm so happy with everything that I've picked up. Let me know in the comment section below if you were Adelaide Supanova. Wish we could have met if you were. Also, let me know if you have read any of the books that I picked up. I definitely want to know. Let me know if you have seen Fantastic Beasts and where to find them. That is something I am definitely interested in knowing. We can talk about the movie, but no spoilers because, you know, some people might not have seen it yet. Again, like I said, all of the books will be linked in the description box below, so definitely go and check them out. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. Stay random. Bye.